Let's start off by reading the question. The spinner shown has 8 congruent sections. The spinner is spun 120 times. What is a reasonable prediction for the number of times the spinner will land on an even number? So let's now highlight the important information. We know that the spinner is going to be spun 120 times. It also wants us to make a reasonable prediction for the number of times we will land on an even number. So, in order to make a prediction, we are going to need a proportion. And in order to do our proportion, we're going to need to find what the current probability of getting an even is. So what I like to do is I like to highlight on my spinner all of my even numbers. And it looks like we have 8 and 2 and 16. Be sure to double check because sometimes it's easy to miss an even number or an odd number. But just double checking, 1 is odd, 9 is odd, 5 is odd, 3 is odd, and 11 is odd. So the probability of getting an even is 3 out of 8. So now that we have that probability, we can set up our proportion. When we set up our proportion, it's going to be 3 out of 8 is equal to some number out of 120. By doing this, we can now use our cross products to multiply 3 times 120, which is 360, and we're going to divide 360 by 8. 360, we can see that 8 goes into 36 4 times, giving us a product of 32. And when we subtract 36 and 32, we end up with a difference of 4. We bring down our 0 and can see that 8 goes into 40 5 times. It works out evenly for us, and we can see that the number of times that would be a reasonable prediction would be B, 45 times.